Hi, my name's Charity Russ Jordan, and I'm the Community Relations Director at Baker Hunt. Art making by nature has therapeutic properties. And when we think about art making, we tend to think about children, or we tend to think about those that we deem as artists. But really, art making is beneficial to everyone. It increases serotonin, it decreases stress and anxiety, it helps developing cognitive skills such as problem solving and decision making. So art by itself, without our help, is already therapeutic. We're happy to provide so many outlets for it, but we have a few classes in particular that kind of meet that idea of therapy. A lot of people will say that wheel throwing classes, just the movement of the wheel itself is very meditative. We have a class that helps with finding your artistic voice, which is important because in art making is a great way to articulate those feelings that you might not otherwise, be able to express. And then we have another class called Art and Mindfulness. And with that class in particular, we really hone in on how art and mindfulness have this beautiful relationship together. And we start with a meditation, and then we talk about mindfulness skills and techniques, and then we do an art project that kind of aligns with whatever we discussed. They start to let loose. They start to relax a little bit, and we have a lot of instructors who are great about helping break through that barrier where people are really self-conscious about their art. Sometimes we'll start class where people are saying, oh, I'm not an artist, or this isn't any good. And then by the end of the class, they're happy to display their artwork on their mantle and show their friends. And so that's really great. But art and mindfulness go hand in hand, because to be a good artist, you have to go into projects with non-judgment, with non-attachment to how things might turn out, and to kind of, be thinking about your expectations. And all of those are pillars of mindfulness, so they work really well. So in an art and mindfulness class, we might talk about self-compassion, and then we would do a project where we actually work with clay. And that sensory experience and the whole lesson behind molding that clay and thinking about self-compassion. There is no bad art. Often it's more about the experience and the process than it is about the finished result. But get out there, do some art at home. But then also consider taking a class in a center like Baker Hunt, because then you develop a sense of community. With art making, you're already starting to develop an idea of self. And when you're in a community setting, then you're also going to better understand the world around you. So we're very active on our social media, Facebook and Instagram at Baker Hunt Art, or you can go to our website, www.bakerhunt.org, and we have all of our upcoming classes posted on there.